All right, ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, we are going to be reacting to a video from Sungrand Studios that a lot of you guys were sending to me and asking me to react to for whatever the reason may be. But apparently, people are trying to say that Sungrand is having a bit of a crash out. I'm not really sure if that's true. We're obviously going to watch that as time goes on. But people are saying he's having a crash out over the criticism that he received over his Nintendo Switch 2 videos. Now, I've only ever seen one of them. I believe he has like four of them on his channel right now, or maybe even more than that, discussing the Nintendo Switch 2 and essentially defending or trying to explain, I suppose, from the gaming industry standpoint, why the prices are what they are. And people were not liking his reasonings. People were not liking the fact that he was trying to use inflation. And then some people were saying that he was trying to include his own personal losses in life to try to justify or explain why you shouldn't be that mad over it. Basically, everybody had their opinion. It is what it is. But now apparently he is not too happy in this video. And I could tell by looking at his face right now that this is going to be very interesting. Let's get into this video, guys, from Sungrand Studios. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. And again, guys, I like Sungrand. I love this content. I wanted to invite him to Saturday Night Hypnosis. Like, I have no issues with this guy at all, and he's allowed his opinion about whatever he may feel towards the Nintendo Switch and whatnot. And you know, there's people that are in my circle that disagree with me on some of the things regarding Nintendo, and that's fine. So again, me reacting to this, I don't have any issue with him personally, but I just want to see what people are talking about, and I find it to be an interesting discussion. So let's get into it. Here we go.
Have a seat. We're going to talk. My name is Jarrell. You might know me as the guy who put on the suit and did industry speeches. I covered a number of industry topics. I identified opportunities for the industry to move away from malpractices and move towards better practice, focusing on integrity, honesty, and transparency. I have made it very clear that I am not a YouTuber. I am a professional working in the games industry. I made it very clear that I'm not here for attention, and I will sometimes be covering topics and presenting topics with speeches that you will not always understand. I told you that whatever I discuss here on industry topics will be for the gamer. I am against anti-consumer.
Honestly, I gotta tell you right off the bat, I can tell in his eyes, unless he's a really good actor, I can tell in his eyes that this man is pissed. And I don't know what or why. I guess we're gonna find out soon, but he is pissed.
Practices. I'm against pro-corporate. And I ask you to be patient, to listen, and to trust me. I said everything I say in my videos will not be just literal. There's a lot of meaning to what goes into these videos, and they are not literally just to make a video for attention. They are to guide people to sharing their feedback, to lead a conversation toward a discussion, towards people sharing their perspectives, but also showing the industry how you respond to various topics with various tones and subjects, how you respond to certain situations, how you respond to information. Now, when the announcement for the Switch 2 was launched, things were not going well. There were many negative reactions online, and I posted a number of videos that were not just literal. They were prompts. They were prompts for you to share your feedback so the industry could see how you feel and how you respond to certain subjects.
One thing I will say is that Sungrand, if you don't know his content, Sungrand is known for using hyper like sarcastic tones. You know, he will make it seem as if he is advocating for something that's based in the favor of the corporation he might be talking about, when in fact he is just being sort of sarcastic, and he's actually making fun of them in a way that, you know, unfortunately most people don't pick up on. I think that's the bad thing. So people will take him in a literal sense, and people will take pretty much everything he says in a literal sense, not realizing that half the time he's being our sarcastic asshole to the corporation that he's talking about, you know? But again, when you do content like that, it kind of leads you to be open to these people who don't watch the video, don't care to understand, don't last, more than 20 seconds into the video before they comment on your video and make up their entire assumption based off your title and thumbnail. I get that all the time. So I can only imagine somebody like this who is sarcastic in all his videos or almost all his videos. I can only imagine what that must be like. But still, it's the internet, man. People are going to hate on you. People are going to say some disgusting shit. People are going to, that's just how it goes. And, we can't have a meltdown over it. But again, I don't know if he's melting down. We're going to find out, but he does look very mad.
It did not go well in the fact that people, instead of receiving any information or viewing the matter in a subjective way, merely through tantrum, people did not care about the facts. They ignored the facts, and they only focused on hatred and anger. And people only focused on stoking that anger and hatred.
I kind of almost feel as if, like, you ever been in a situation where the entire class gets punished all because of one student? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how this feels. I feel as if, I don't know how many people were, again, I don't know how many people were angry at him. I'm sure it was probably a lot. Don't get me wrong, because it's Nintendo, and the conversation is not very much in their favor right now. So anybody defending them is probably not going to get a lot of happy comments, let's just say. But I gotta imagine that the like to dislike ratio was probably still in his favor. I gotta imagine that people are still subscribing to him at a large amount, and I gotta imagine that people, for the most part, were having the conversation in his comment section, and it was probably both sides going at it. But I just feel like this is from the result of a few people that he probably was looking towards to defend him, maybe content creators. I'm not really sure, and he probably didn't get that defense, and then maybe took it personal. I really don't know.
And because of that, people turned on me. I was slandered online. Does not matter to me. Again, I do not care about reputation.
Who slandered
I have
him?
no interest in popularity. But people were slandering me for a time period, and not a single content creator stood up in my defense. Now, what does that show the industry?
So I don't understand why anybody. First off, again, I don't know who was slandering him. I don't remember seeing anybody slandering him, at least not on Twitter or anything. But I'm sure there were somebody out there that was probably saying some wild shit about Sungrand. But you also got to understand that people were probably saying that before this even happened too, right? Because you are speaking out against the industry. That inevitably is going to put you in the crosshairs of people that are just terrible online. That's just what it's going to be. So I'm sure you must have dealt with some sort of hatred like this in the past. I can't imagine that this is anything super new, right? I feel like it couldn't be. But I guess it's a situation where he was defending Nintendo. At least that's the context that I have for the most part. And why he thought that there was going to be content creators that were going to be like, yeah, they're going to stand up for that. I really don't know. This is very strange. This is a weird reaction from Sungrand. I got to be honest with you. I was not expecting this whatsoever. But again, people sent it to me. I had like 10 people. I'm not even kidding. Send me this video and said, you got to watch it. You got to watch it. I'm probably going to watch it on Hypnocast tonight as well. But it is a wild video so far.
Shows the industry that when people are shown information and facts, the hate mob online will disregard any information and won't actually watch videos and won't actually listen. I posted a number of videos to show what would happen, and you guys proved that you do not actually watch videos, you do not actually listen to information, you outright ignore it and focus on just creating hatred online.
But that can't be everybody though. Like that's my problem with this video so far, is that he is speaking from a manner of it's all your fault. All of you, it's your fault. It's like, you should probably be a little bit more clear, because right now you are painting a very broad brush with a situation that was caused by a few psychopaths, probably. You know what I mean? Like, you have a lot of fans. This is a terrible pause, by the way. You have a lot of fans out there that openly advocate for you and support you. And I'm sure there is a ton of positive comments, but we tend to, as creators, focus on the small amount of negative comments and kind of ignore the hundreds of positive comments that we get on a daily basis. And that's our fault. So I think that this just seems like a very broad way to paint the entire situation. I highly doubt everybody was attacking you. I'm sure you had people that were supporting you. But anyway.
What do you think you have just shown the games?
The games industry doesn't give a fuck, by the way. I want to make that very clear. The games industry does not give a shit about what we say and what we believe and what we consume. They are going to continue to do what they want to do. And whether that destroys them or not, they don't really care. We've seen that because all of these studios have been closing down, shutting down, laying off people. They don't care, bro. They keep doing it, they keep doubling down, and we're going to do the same thing.
Shown the games industry that there is no reason for them to listen to you. You have just shown them that there is no reason for them to accept any of your perspectives or feedback because you just act like children.
The beautiful thing is that they don't have to, right? This is the gorgeous thing about the capitalistic market, right? So if people are upset and the company's not listening, guess what's going to happen? The people are not going to spend the money, which has been happening, right? And then you're going to have studios shut down. You're going to have studios have to lay off people. You're going to have games flopping. You're going to have movies flopping, TV shows flopping. And that's what's been happening for the last few years because people are tired of this shit. So even if the company or the industry doesn't want to listen, they damn sure will be forced to listen when it comes time to the dollar. That's really what it's about. When it comes time to asking people for money, they will be forced to listen because gamers will make them listen by not buying their shit. That's essentially it.
There is no reason for them to say, wait, maybe these consumers are onto something. Unfortunately, I expected much better out of all of you. This is entirely my fault. This is not
we went full dad mode right now. I'm disappointed in you, son.
Your fault. This is entirely my fault because I believed in you.
Oh my God.
I believed you had the maturity and the intelligence to understand what I was telling you.
Oh yeah, this is a crash.
To understand information that was presented to you. And I'm very disappointed.
I don't know if he's being serious. That's my problem. Like, he is very good at sarcasm. But bro, this is a crash out. Like, if you're talking to people on your channel right now as if you're their dad and you're like, I'm disappointed in you, son. I believed in more than, you are painting everybody with the same brush, and a lot of people support you still, myself included. So I just think this is a little bit wild right now.
Again, I have no interest in popularity. I do not care that people are slandering me online and spreading lies. That has no bearing on my life.
I think you care.
Anything.
I think you care a little bit, at least a little bit. Otherwise, there would be no reason to be angry right now over what's happening and people being mad at you. I think you care a little bit.
To me, what matters to me is that I can no longer create these speech videos addressing industry matters because of how you guys responded.
What?
Because I did a video, you guys ignored all of the information and turned everything into hatred, hate content, into slandering. And then nobody stood up and said, wait a second, hold on, maybe there's some information in here. I've been watching all of your videos. I keep an eye on the industry. I watch what all of you post. And I'm very disappointed.
What the fuck, bro? Okay, again, I don't even know where do I even begin with this? At this point, this is pretty close to a crash out. I gotta be honest. And again, I like Sungrand. I do. And it's unfortunate because I like his videos. And if he's saying that he's not gonna do any more speech style videos, with the suit and everything and addressing concerns in a sarcastic way with the industry, that's unfortunate because his videos were having reach. His videos were reaching people. His videos were bringing in new voices into the scene and waking people up, essentially. Like, they were very important videos for the overall conversation in the gaming industry right now. And if you're going to let a few trolls stop you from making videos like that, then that's unfortunate. If this is true, this could be sarcasm for all I know.
I really believed in you guys.
Oh my God.
So
I feel like my dad is disappointed in me. What the fuck?
I have been the only industry professional addressing this matter in the public space in a direct way. Do you understand that? Are there any other professionals putting on a suit and addressing these matters in a public and open way? Who has been fighting for you for the past year?
I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely main character energy, bro. Like, Sungrand is I don't know what it is, bro, but he is feeling main character energy right now. Like, relax, Ichigo. We get it. You're gonna get a Zenkai boost at any moment now. You're gonna take down the big bad. Like, it's all good, bro. It's all good.
When the previous CEO of Unity, John Riccitiello, put in anti-developer and anti-consumer practices and was going to tear apart Unity as a company and rupture the industry, I first put on the suit and tie, I spoke, and we were able to remove the CEO that was destroying Unity.
I remember that.
That is extremely difficult to do. You cannot just make that happen. That does not happen every day. That is extremely difficult. Now, my set of skills come from the industry. I am accustomed to dealing with multi-million-dollar CEOs and business owners. That is what I've done in the past. I know how to deal with them. And you do not deal with them by just throwing tantrums. I asked you to trust me, and you didn't. And because of that, I can't make these speech videos anymore. Do you understand the reasoning why? You've just destroyed our credibility. This was an endeavor with you and me, and you've destroyed our credibility with your behavior online over the past week, 2 weeks, or whatever it is. There was still so much more work that...
How bad? Like, I really want to know how bad this crash out was from other people that were supposedly coming after him. Like, how bad must it have been to make Sungrand make a video like this? I must not be aware of something, because wow, this is wild.
Do in the industry. And it is very disappointing. But unfortunately, I'll have to do this work alone now. Whatever work that I have to do in the industry now has to be behind closed doors.
What?
In stuffy boardroom.
I really feel like he's being sarcastic. I don't know.
I'm so disappointed in you. I really believed in you guys.
What the hell, bro?
So moving forward, I will not be addressing any industry topics whatsoever, because I can't anymore. You destroyed our credibility. Great work.
Wow.
I told you everything I said is not literal. I told you these videos are prompts to show the industry how you respond to stimulus, to information. And you responded in the absolute worst way possible. You could not have responded worse. And the only reason I am upset is because I believed in you. I thought you were more mature. I thought you were more intelligent.
Wow.
Moving forward, this channel will be strictly fun, education, and entertainment. I will not be addressing industry topics.
And that's it. That is literally the end of the video. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. So at this point, I feel like I must be missing something. I must be missing something for Sungrand to be crashing out like this, because again, maybe he's being sarcastic, maybe it's all a massive troll, but if it's not, this is a crash out. This is absolutely no doubt a crash out, and he is painting his entire community with one broad brush and making them seem as if it's their fault. It's all you guys' fault as to why we won't be taken seriously by the games industry anymore. Like, bro, we were never taken seriously by the games industry, which is why they continue to crash out while we continue to be successful. You know what I mean? So I don't really know. This doesn't, listen, I will still watch Sungrand's videos. I'm sure he's going to come back from this. I hope anyway. But as of right now, this is a pretty massive crash out that is painting his community with a very broad brush. And I think that's unfair to them, especially the ones that support him the most. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you, and by the way, I will link his video in the description box below. So leave a comment, let me know, leave a like, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.